I'm here with Stephen Rapoport, the founder of Pact Coffee, which delivers specialty coffee to people all across the UK. And he couldn't start the episode without having some coffee, and he brought over this entire setup here. Look at this. Wow. Okay, we got that. We got a blend of coffee. Stephen, what are you doing here?
So I am making myself and making you a cup of coffee through the Hario V60. This is pretty much my favourite brew method. It's simple, incredibly quick. It makes a beautiful, clean cup of coffee. Really brings out some of the nuanced flavours in a cup of coffee. It's not as dirty as a cafetiere or French press.
Okay.
So this is Inza Kauka. This is one of our coffees that we've direct traded recently. Our head of coffee, Will, just came back from Colombia.
Okay.
We bought a couple of tons of this.
Okay, direct trade means you're going straight to...
Yeah, so direct trade means we've shaken hands with the farmer over their kitchen table. We haven't bought from an importer, we haven't bought from an agent. A lot of direct trade coffee is actually through agents, coyotes as they're called, in Brazil and Ecuador and so on and so forth. By trading directly with farmers, we know not only that the coffee is of the quality that we need, but also we know exactly how much that farmer's been paid, and therefore how much he can afford to pay his pickers. The coffee industry is a pretty, it's the second biggest commodity, second biggest commodity market on the planet after crude oil. It's an agricultural, seasonal product, most of which is picked by unskilled labour, so the opportunities for human rights abuse are just astronomical, like slave labour, child labour, prison labour.
Wow.
For me, the reason that... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. This guy, what I noticed right away is this guy is very passionate about this subject. And it's something we're going to talk more about on the show because, that's something that I guess you have to have in a startup if you're not passionate about it.
Yeah, then the guy that's passionate is going to absolutely kick your ass.
Right. We got a little story about that with his previous startup that he sold to Airbnb. But if the passion's not there, first of all, you can't be there on the weekends. And then your customers ultimately feel it, don't they?
I think so. And startup, it's a process of problem solving. Solving a problem that you and often no one in the world has ever solved before. You rarely do that the first time round. If you're passionate about a product, passionate about the problem you're solving, then ultimately you're resilient. You face that problem the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and you get more focused and more energetic rather than exhausted and desperate.
Wow, okay, this sounds like a perfect kind of how-to. All right, I want to take a little coffee. It's smelling super good right now.
Yeah, so forgive the executive kettle. I take no responsibility for this.
Yeah, that's mine. It's my ghetto kettle, as we say. Getzel, yeah. This is how we do it, America, it's kind of from the trailer. And this is a drip brew. I have actually an AeroPress up in here. I used to use a long time ago.
You've got filters as well.
But you're saying that that's a different flavor.
I love the AeroPress. The thing that's really amazing about it is it's a paper filtration,
right.
Much like the V60, but there's also pressure, so you actually get more of the oil extracted from the coffee.
Okay.
So espresso, that's predominantly a pressure extraction rather than a water extraction. The pressure from an espresso machine forces a huge amount of oil out of the coffee beans. In fact, it's a great fact, a well-extracted espresso has a higher fat content than full-fat milk.
Wow, that's a fact right there.
That's a fact. That's science, my friend.
And that makes sense because I remember having an espresso and it almost had that kind of an oily taste to it, which is really nice sometimes.
It's beautiful, yeah, but this is different. So this is subtler, it's cleaner, it's very gentle, it's very nuanced. It's a lot more like a good glass of wine. It's not gonna sort of slap you in the face, but it will highlight, in my opinion, some of the most beautiful things about a really high quality, well roasted, lovingly roasted single estate coffee.
Okay, that's good stuff. All right, more details are going to come in our episode. What else should we know in the last 30 seconds about Pact, about how they can find you, about these cool devices here?
Yeah.
What would you tell them?
I've got two things to say. I'm going to finish what I was saying at the beginning about dreadful working conditions in the coffee industry. The reason that every single one of you, should be drinking better, more expensive coffee, not more expensive, better quality, specialty coffee from a specialty roaster is you can't use unskilled labour to pick these kinds of beans. You can't really you're far less likely to be drinking a coffee that's been picked by a child or a slave if you're paying a good price for a really high quality coffee. So please, whether it's from us or someone else that sells amazing coffee, please just buy it. The other thing I'd like to say is, if you're in the UK at least, we'd love to give you a chance to try Pact. If you use the voucher code on pactcoffee.com, Silicon Real, then we'll give you one of these V60s for free. We'll give you a pack of these filter papers and a scoop so you can start making this incredible, clean, beautiful, nuanced coffee at home for yourself, and you can decide whether I'm full of it or not.
There you go. The London Real mugs you have to buy yourself. You cheap bastards. And that's on londonreal.tv under gear. But what a fantastic offer. It's pact.com.
Pactcoffee.com.
Pact Coffee, P-A-C-T coffee.com. And use the code SiliconReal and you get a free press.
Yeah, a free V60 with your first bag of coffee, some papers, a scoop, everything you need.
That's a no-brainer. Okay, all right, that's awesome. Now we're going to dive more in and get into why he did it, why this is his passion, his previous business before that he sold to Airbnb, and everything else that's happening. I feel like we just got schooled in coffee, like in a big way. And I never thought about the labor implications and all that things, which is part of kind of their business model and ethos, which is important. Because the customer, I think, ultimately knows whether you give a shit about the product or the people or the process. I think they feel it, right?
Yeah, of course
they do.
Of course they
All
do.
right. And we're going to talk more about that. So this isn't just tech. This is about any customer with any product. So there you go. Subscribe below to get the episode when we get done straight to your inbox. Give us some comments. Tell us whether you like Steven or not, or me, or the coffee. And let me know if you do try the coffee. Give us some comments there. And that's it. We're going to plug in. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
See ya.